Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am here with my very first layout for the SNL design team, and I am so excited about this one. My partner today is Hannah Lemieux. I think that's how you say your name. I'm not really sure. Lemieux, something like that. But anyway, and the challenge that we decided to do was to use chipboard, and last summer I bought a bunch of collections through the website called scrapbooksteals.com, and they had a lot of these My Mind's Eye collections from Now and Then, and this one is called Dorothy. And then another one that I got is called Mildred. And the paper I'm going to be using today is from the Dorothy line. I'm going to use this picture. This is our current family picture. We just took this one in December of 2014. And I've pulled out a couple of things that I thought maybe I would use along with the chipboard. I'm going to use these two pieces of paper definitely, and I might kind of jump into the pack a little bit more. This collection came with a die cut pack, and it's just got a bunch of little banners and kind of parts and things. It also came with a Project Life card set. It's got some of those on it, and Alpha Word stickers, and it's got 4 different colors, so that's kind of nice. And then it also came with a couple sticker sheets and a flare set. So I will probably use some of these. I'm going to focus on the enamel dots and these brads mainly, and the chipboard is what I'm thinking right now. I did find a sketch. Well, not a sketch. Let me see if I can find my phone. Probably just buried it. Okay, so I found this layout on Pinterest, and I thought it was really cute. I really liked all the flag banners on the sides there and the layering and everything. So I think I'm going to kind of do my own version of this. I think the flags and the banners is what I'm going to probably take from this layout. I'm probably not going to do anything like this, but when I start a layout, I usually go to Pinterest to just kind of get some inspiration. And so that's what I did tonight. So this is the collection I'm going to be using. It's called Dorothy again, and it's from My Mind's Eye, the Now and Then collections by Jen Allison. So I am going to start fast forwarding, and I hope you like this layout. Thanks for watching. Okay, now that I'm going to get started, I am just going to kind of clear off my desk so that I have room to maneuver everything around. And I'm going to start out by cutting off the branding strips on these two pieces of paper that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to use that wood grain with the floral as the background, and the diagonal kind of teal striped paper is going to be the mat for the photo. And of course, I placed it down and it wasn't straight, so I had to peel up the photo after putting it on the mat, and I kind of took off a little bit of the side of the paper, so I'm going to have to cut it down. But it turned out okay. Now I am trying to figure out which paper I want to use for layering, and there are a bunch of really colorful papers in this collection, and a lot of them were like pinks and grays and blues, and I was thinking that I wanted to focus on pink and blue, and so I'm thinking that I'm going to use this polka dot paper, but I'm just not really liking the way that it looks. And so I'm kind of going to spend quite a while messing around with the papers and trying to figure out which papers I want to use. So I hope you guys don't get completely bored with this, because for some reason these papers were just throwing me off. I just really wanted to do the pink and blues, but there weren't enough pattern, like different patterns for me, because there were a lot of these diagonal papers and I liked that look, but since I put the photo and I matted it on a diagonal paper already, I didn't want to put it on another diagonal. So here I'm trying to figure out if I want to use this pink paper, and I really like this pink one. And so I'm just trying to figure out if I want to maybe add another paper behind the pink. And I know that I do, I'm just not sure which paper to use. So I pull out a different paper from another collection, and that I just don't like at all, so I completely throw it away. I pulled out this chevron. It's kind of like a beigeish off-white, and it's from the My Mind's Eye Mildred collection. And I was thinking maybe I would use that as the very back layer, but I'm just not really liking it. I think right now I stepped away to go look at some of the other papers from the collection, and then I just completely scrapped all of the papers and I set down the image. And I'm liking how that looks, but it still feels a little bit bare. And so I'm thinking maybe I'm going to use this pink triangle paper that has some blues in it, but I just can't get it to look right with those flowers that are already on the page. So I pulled out that pink paper again, and then I was talking to Hannah over Messenger while I was doing this layout, and she said that maybe I should add some yellow. And so I pulled out my yellow scraps, and there was this polka dot yellow paper that was just already cut up and everything, and so I didn't have to do anything to it. So I decided I really like the polka dot look, so I'm going to use that. And even though it's a little bit shorter, I kind of liked the layered look of it with the pink. So I'm going to cut down this pink paper, and this pink paper came in the same kit, so it's part of the Dorothy kit. And then I'm going to use that half of a doily and put it right there on the right hand side to the picture. Now I'm going to start pulling out the brads that I want to use, and I'm thinking that I want to make my title with one of the brads. So here I'm going to glue down all of these pieces so that I know where I want to put my title. And I just got a text from my mom, my sister, who I think she was due in March, but she just had her baby. And he was a big boy. Like, I think the scale said 8 pounds, 12 ounces, and he was a couple weeks early. So a big boy. But anyway, I just thought that was fun. That's why I was kind of off for a minute. I wanted to show you guys that picture of my new nephew. So I pulled off one of these brads, and it had a piece of paper, like a printable with it, and it said pretty on it. And I knew that I had some chipboard pieces, and one says happy. And so I thought, well, that could just be my title. It could just be pretty happy. And so here I'm using my, what is it called? My powder tool to make the stickiness go away, because I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to put these stickers. And so I'm going to use the powder tool. And this is the first time I've used the powder tool. Sorry, I can't talk. So that was kind of fun for me. So here I am thinking that I'm going to embellish the bottom right hand corner. And I apologize, I didn't realize that you couldn't see it right there. So I think I move it up, but I don't think I move it up for a little while. So I'm really sorry about that. So I'm just going to cut a couple of banners, one out of this pink sheet that is one of the layers behind the photo, and then also one of the branding strips from one of the other papers that I used. There we go. I did move it up. Okay, and so I did those two banners, and then I put a chipboard piece down there that says happy on it. And here I'm going to kind of fiddle around with a couple other pieces. I'm just not really sure what I want the title to be yet, and I do still want to incorporate the word pretty into it with that little printable and Brad, but I'm just not really sure what exactly I want to do. So I pulled off this chipboard piece that says happy on it, and I'm thinking I'm going to put it up there in the right or the left hand corner. And I'm just going to mess around with a couple of different chipboard pieces for a little while. Right here I'm off because I'm trying to pull them off of the sheets and figure out what I want to do. And there was this one that was a little frame, and so I thought maybe I could put that up there in the left hand corner. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use that or the happy. So I kind of just leave them both there, and then I move on, and there are these two banner shapes from the sticker sheet, and one says love and the other one is just a pink diagonal stripe. And so I'm going to put those both there on the left of the picture. And now I am moving on to the title area, and there were a couple different chipboard pieces. One says sweet on it, and then another one said together. And so I thought that would be a perfect title, Pretty Sweet Together, and just to kind of cluster it around. But I didn't really like the circle that said sweet. So there was a rectangle that had the word sweetest on it. So I just cut down the last part of sweetest. I took off the EST and I made it say sweet. So now the title says Pretty Sweet Together, and for right now that's what I'm thinking the title is going to be. So I'm gluing down all of those pieces, those chipboard pieces. And now I'm going to stick down all of the chipboard pieces because there were a couple that I hadn't stuck down yet. And now I'm going to put down some enamel dots on the banners to the left of the image, and then down at the bottom right hand corner. And I had these Studio Calico chipboard cameras that I thought, oh, these might go really well. The colors kind of match the blues in this layout, and so I thought, okay, I might use those, but I couldn't really find a spot that I liked. So I just stuck a light blue one above the word sweet. And now I'm thinking that the title needs to be something more than just Pretty Sweet Together. And so I had this Teresa Collins 9 & Company chipboard, or not chipboard, sorry, wood veneer set, and it had the word family in it. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to use that. I'm just kind of playing around with where I want to place it on the layout. I stepped away because I thought, well, I like it by the picture, but I probably should get some washi tape and use some washi tape underneath the photo layers so that the word family isn't so high on the image. So I used this hexagon yellow washi tape and I put it under the photo, and then I also put it down in that bottom right hand cluster as well. And I'm thinking it needs to be in one more place, but I can't really decide. And so I'm going to put it right there to the left of the photo. And I'm not really sure that I even like it. I left it there, but I don't really like it there. I might just end up taking it off, but for now it's there. So I'm going to put the word family in the bottom right hand corner of the photo. And now there's just that little awkward space between the Pretty Sweet Together and then family. And so I pulled out a chipboard heart, And I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use right there. Then I also found another banner that had a heart on it that I liked, but it's not going to actually make it on this layout. So here I'm going to start putting down the letters, these wood veneer letters. And so I'm almost done with that. I guess I want to say happy Valentine's Day to everyone. This layout was a lot of fun once I figured out what I was going to do, and I'm way excited that this is my first layout for the SNL design team. I'm so excited to work with all these great, wonderful scrapbooking ladies on YouTube and to get to know them a lot better. And to work with Carla. She is such a fun person. So thanks so much for this opportunity, Carla. You're awesome. Okay, so I decided to put that little blue camera that I had above the word sweet down between the two, the pretty sweet together and the word family. And then I just put that silverish heart on top of the camera. And here I am going to stamp the date, which was December 11th, 2014. And I'm just going to stamp it down there in the bottom right hand corner, and I stamp it 3 different times. And now I'm going to put some enamel dots down in the title area. And I had this Stampin' Up! Baker's twine, and it's called Island Indigo. And I'm going to use my Zots to put them down. I'm going to put one on top of that heart. One up by the banners on the left-hand side of the photos, and also one down in the bottom right-hand corner embellishment area. This is the end of my layout, so thanks so much for watching. Be sure to go over to Hannah's channel and check out her video, and I will see you in a few weeks with my next layout. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Bye.